Hello, welcome back to Burgundy, the Burgundarian Conquest in EU4, the Cossacks expansion. My name is Sean Sands, and we are moving forward. We're going to pause again, like briefly go and then pause, because I think I'm going to go ahead and get right out of this war. I want to spend my admin points on... Nope. Nope. Not Gallery. Does that trigger anybody? France, don't care about. Provence, don't care about. Brittany, don't care about. You guys start all the coalitions you want. What I don't want is to get it going over here. Not until I'm good and ready. Which is going to be the trick of attacking Milan in its own way. In some ways, I'm tempted to just attack Milan more as a power projection play than a land grab play. But yeah, there we go. Let's do that. Bring you back here. Bring you back. And there we go. Bring you back here. Spend 500 admin. Ugh. That hurts. Mothball our forts. Kind of be aware of this unrest over here. So this Orléans. Let's go ahead and get some. Let's just go ahead and station our troops right on Orléans. So if that fires, we're ready for it. Alright, so did that change where... Nope, we'll still be able to get our mission finished. We have a mission to improve relations with Genoa, who is a rival of Milan, who we are also a rival of. Rival of rival. And then we'll just watch the slow destruction, I guess, of France at the hands of England, who is turning into our major competitor here. At least until we have to worry about Austria. But that is not now. We want to remain close personal friends of Austria and manipulate them into as many bad decisions as we can to keep them, you know, at check. Orléans, seat, Paris, I don't care about that. So, or I do, I'd rather have the Cardinal, so I'm good with that. I have a ton of Papal points to spend, so spend a bunch to see if we can become Papal controller. And barring that, probably upgrade stability at some point. Stability at 0, I'd love it to not be at 0, but I'm not really willing to spend 126, which will be lower once our overextension is down. Not willing to spend the admin points on it right now. Just, I don't think it's that vital. How's our Navy doing? We could, we could be more focused on being a trade power. We could keep working on that. Nope, prestige it is. Let's just get 1, 2, 3, 4. Spend some money and go ahead and get the rest of our trade fleet in place. We still have this old heavy waiting to do something someday. Do we need both these forts? I don't think we do. I think we can get rid of the one at Poitou because Anjou will exert more control. And presumably in Gascony is a fort. As is... I'm thinking of these as if they're already mine, but Gascony will substitute for Poitou, and then probably Auvergne is a fort? No. All right, well, we'll figure that out once we've taken that area. Don't want that. Don't need to spend the money on it. Our other forts I'm pretty happy with. As we knew, we have a little bit of a gap over here in Brabant. Oh! England took Paris. Yikes. They got a coalition at all? We could form a coalition against them. Who else would join that? But, like, seriously. Do we really want to do that? I mean, that would just put us in a war with Austria. Siena, yes, you can. Man, they are entrenched. How did our aggressive expansion do? So France still you know, it really wasn't that bad over here. That taking Anjou and Nantes, I don't know, had almost no impact in the HRE. Trier, Lorraine, Alsace, Liege. They got a little upset about it, but that's not enough for me to get worried. I'm not enjoying getting that pop up all the time. Let's go ahead and keep working on Castile. And now we turn our eyes, well, do we turn our eyes to France next or Milan? That ends in 3 years. Milan, still allied to... They're in a war now. Might be good to just do a war with them more for the power projection and just to weaken them. Maybe have them kick out a couple of nations. Maybe Modena. Maybe kick out Savoy. Something like that. I would like to wait for our unrest to go down a bit, because we're about to have to face some issues there. France is only allied with Utrecht, so still not a big deal. Flanders does have a claim. Does Holland have a claim? How does Flanders have a claim and Holland doesn't? Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Don't think I want to take any ideas right now. Well, maybe. We're gonna, let's see. That increases 7 per month. We have, let's call it 4 years till it'll be ready. So, 70, roughly 90 per year. Yeah, in 2 years that's going to be maxed out. So I think we can go ahead and take this. Diplomatic's not going to be an option. We're well behind on it and not increasing nearly as much as some of the others. Again, having to have that better relations only +1 guy is doing a little bit of damage. Might be a while till we can really get these diplomatic ideas. Could switch to some kind of administrative ideas, though. We haven't spent any money here. Would there be something better to do right now? Go ahead and just shut that down and... Can't see humanist being a big deal. Huh? Does have the better relations, but... Admin has the core creation cost, but again, like, short of just having unbelievably cheap mercenaries as just the Burgundarian ideas plus the admin ideas, not a lot of value. Possible advisors +1 I'd like. Goods produced would increase I like. Admin cost I like. Interest I don't think is going to be a big deal. Core creation cost I love. And this is a rich territory. Like, that might not be the worst idea. Expansion I don't see being a direction we're going. Economic, definitely something worth considering, as is religious. Particularly if we want to stay Catholic, which I don't know that we do. Let's increase our siege ability. I never take innovative ideas. There's nice stuff up here. It just doesn't seem cohesive. Like, I'd love advisor cost -25, and I'd be, you know, there's a lot of cases where having additional leader would help. Monthly war exhaustion, reduce inflation, it's nice. Possible advisors could be really good. Technology cost. Why do I never go this route? It seems like under the right conditions it could be good. We should build some buildings. While I'm thinking. See, I don't understand this. This reads to me as if so 0.63 is the tax we're currently making. It's saying if I build that, I will get an increase of 0.2 tax per month. How would that increase my overall? Because look, here, I don't know which of these to believe. It's saying 0.2, this will increase its monthly tax from 0.63 to 0.83. But somehow this building will increase my total monthly income by 0.26, according to the hover. So let's test that. So it's at 0.63 right now. Considering the autonomy, does doing that actually change this instead of to 1.18. Well, now I won't be able to totally tell because things are changing. Let's try and remember. Let's build it there. I want to see how those numbers change later. Assuming I remember, which is a pretty big assumption. Trade. Where are my trade guys? So I'm in Bordeaux and Rhineland. So here and here. Do I have any territory in the Rhineland right now? I don't think I do. So I can't. What do I do down here? I'd like to increase there and probably in. What is my trade power in Rhineland? No, that's... Duh. What am I clicking on? My trade power is at the highest, 55.5. It's also surprisingly strong over here, though. England is a huge competitor. I think I want to spend some money on increasing my trade power in Bordeaux, which is here, and that's it for now. Alencon, can't do that. Become papal controller, Italian ambition. Just hold off on all that until something better comes along. And we are, well, we're getting a new idea group soon. So maybe we don't change it. We know we're going to want diplomatic at some point. Looks like the rebels have chilled out. Milan, okay. Who would be interested in a war with Milan? Austria would not. Again, attitude toward enemy. My reputation still a little tarnished from annexing Brabant. Aragon. Are you allied with Aragon now? No. It's just on the same side in some war. What war is that? Corsica. Sienese conquest of Corsica. Ah, down here. So, Siena, Aragon, Milan, Corsica, or Siena is at war. No, Corsica is at war with Siena, Aragon, and Milan. On the other side is Corsica, Mantua, and Naples. That's... I can't imagine that going well. Yeah, because Aragon has Corsica. Sienese conquest of Corsica. So why is Corsica winning? Because Siena doesn't have... Oh, because Aragon's on the same side with them. Is Corsica... It's Siena, Aragon, and Milan. Okay, why am I having such a hard time? Siena, Aragon, and Milan against Corsica and Naples. Yeah, they're going to win that. That's not even going to be close. Do we have high relations? Can we increase relations any more with them? Yeah, got lots of room there. Conquest of Austria is not happening anytime soon right now. Keep checking. I keep hoping something good will come up. I would love... Maybe I take Lyonnais, Limousin. I'd love to get Auvergne before England goes after it. What is their total war score now? 161. So I don't want to take them into a position where... What I want to be real careful of is making sure that England can't full annex them. But I can't totally block off England from... Unless I took Bourbon and Auvergne. Close this off. I don't think Milan has... And I could always attack Milan if I felt that it was necessary. Still building a ship. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Government war. This one is protecting in Bordeaux. That gives me 0.3, 0.12, 0.7. Yeah, we'll protect in the English Channel. That's our force limit. Oh, now we're up to 33. I don't think we need that, though. No, couldn't hurt to have a few more cannons. Making decent amount of money. Stretched a little thin, though. Oh, and we're maxed out again. Yeah. So I think I am going to take this down for now. Refund 0, but I haven't spent any in it. Because I can just get that. When I hit this next level, I can just get Diplotech then. But I'd rather spend that admin power on something useful right now. So what do we do? We would still have to kind of... Because this doesn't increase our... religious unity. Does this? Yeah, religious unity plus 25. That would really help us through the coming Protestant Reformation. Has that started yet? I don't think it has. Oh yeah, it has, but it's way over there. Well, is there influence? There's also England, but England doesn't have a center of Reformation. It's just sort of dealing with it. Which means, in some cases, what I'd rather have is the ability to convert these provinces once. Okay, so they do have religious zeal. Religious zeal. Where's that coming from, though? Where are they being converted from? I don't really understand. So we have Protestant influence over here, here. No, Altmark is the center. Agar is the center. Center is influencing that. Staying Catholic would have its advantages. It doesn't look like... I mean, I know there's some influence going here, but I have a... Why am I overthinking this? Okay. Humanist is definitely a possibility. Religious unity is going to be helpful. Unrest is always helpful. Tolerance of heretics. Use of separatism. Culture threshold. Better over time. Tolerance of heathens. An idea cost, which means we want to get this set sooner rather than later so we get the benefits of that. Yeah, I think we go humanist. I do also like actually the idea of administrative. I think it matches up with Burgundarian ideas in such a good way that we could really actually think about using more mercenaries in battle without just a huge amount of costs associated with it. I may regret not getting religious at some point, but I'm going humanist. And what's nice, the reason I did that is because now I can immediately spend this, and it gets this mercenary cost minus 20% and religious unity plus 25%. And those admin powers don't just go to waste, which obviously they wouldn't. Yeah, I like all of that. They wouldn't go to waste if we used them, to increase our provinces or something like that. But at this point, I'd rather spend them on ideas. I just think ideas, particularly early on, are just going to be more powerful. So we are a month. So I think our next target is France. Because is it ever not fun to blow up France? No, it's always fun to blow up France. I know, it is. So Auvergne. I think what I do is either go Limousin, Auvergne, and Lyonnais, just to cut off France from everything else, so I have this sort of protected province where no harm can come. Because England's going to... And that kind of cuts off England also from Dauphine, because they're going to be able to take this. And that's, inevitable at this point. Still only out... No, they're allied with Verdun now, which is up here somewhere. Here? Yeah, there it is. Verdun loves us. Not for long. Not for long, they don't. And this may be the last time. After this, or relatively soon, France may not be able to be our rival anymore. All right. I don't think we have to call in allies on this. I'd rather save those favors for something else. No, and particularly Aragon, I'm not giving you anything. You get nothing, Aragon. Nothing. They moved their capital to Bourbon. So I could encircle their capital, which is another nice thing. We will do this for... which one's more expensive? Limousin and Lyonnais. Yeah, we're going to do this as the conquest of Lyonnais. There we go. Oh, it's nice to start a war with France and just not be that worried about it. Short of something, even if something surprising did happen, I can call in my allies and all would be well. Gonna detach siege. Detach a siege. Go up here. Do any of these have? Nope. Nope, can't go there yet. Okay. Because, yeah, can't get through the forts here. So they may still build up stuff in Auvergne and Roger. Cool. And let's go here. Okay, who died? I mean, I saw who died. It just... Group up. Going to leave the artillery here. We'll just send everything else over here for now. Oh. And we'll need at least one more troop. Our siege guy. Our new siege guy. And these guys will just sort of man the station until, for example, we'll kill this. Aragon's, yeah, no problem with that. Are you at war with somebody, Aragon? Yes. Kabu, Mali, and Morocco. So, yeah. Expansion down in Africa. Hopefully somebody will bless the rains. Yeah, we'll conquer Savoy. That's the one I've been waiting for. Let's go ahead and insult them. Just so we can get above 50. And we'll also issue an embargo. Oh, France. Oh, AI. Want to click the button. Thank you. Verdun's just gonna do nothing. You gonna send your other guy? You wanna send him to his doom as well? No. You learned your lesson. Didn't matter. It's just a matter of time anyway. Oh, such an easy war. I almost... Let's take a moment and remember the first episode in which we attacked for Beauvoir and France came out of nowhere and nearly wrecked this entire run. Before we feel too much sympathy for the now ruined French, let's just recall that that was a thing that happened. I'm fine with this act. You're doing yeoman's effort, Flanders and Holland. You're really showing up. Let's go ahead and get some loot. Looks like there's still some left. Just make the money. I doubt we have access to go siege down Verdun. Yeah, not an issue. I don't think we're not going to need a 100% war score for what we want anyway. Probably worth it. Let's see how much. Got 9.5. Okay, hang on. Gain production in Poitou, Breda, and Limbourg for an unrest. Or gain 10 loyalty and get local tax modifier for a short time. Minus 10 loyalty would still leave us nice and safe, but that's a permanent minus 10. I just don't think we're in a situation like getting that production in Porto Breda and Limburg represents 55. Breda. Where's Breda? Up here, right? Yeah. 55 plus 67, so 120-ish. And Limburg. That's Luxembourg. 120, 180, 190. That represents about 190 Diplo power. At the expense of 10 loyalty and 10 influence. 10 loyalty to permanent, plus 8 unrest, which would put all three of those well into territory where somebody may rise up. No, I'm fine with just getting tax modifier of what, plus 15%? We'll get 0.1-ish. 0.1-ish. Okay, it's negligible. We're talking 0.3 a month. We'd lose all the arrest in Poitou. Wouldn't really do anything in the other two. I just don't want to deal with it right now. And I think we're done with this war. I mean, I know we are. I was debating going and getting loot from the provinces, but we'll just take the loot from them in the peace deal. All right. So how much is this going to cost me if I take Limousin, Auvergne, and Lyonnais? France, Provence, Brittany. I'm used to that. But now the Papal State in Alsace would be potential. What if I didn't take Lyonnais this time? And then, yeah, Bourbon would be cut off anyway. I don't need Lyonnais to cut it off because it doesn't actually share a border. Charolais and Auvergne cut that off. Okay, plus humiliate, plus war reparations, plus the ducats. I like that. I like that a lot. 42 power projection. Make it happen. And then only 200 this time to get those cored. Group them up. Go ahead and take down our forts. And we can get our admin and their military. Schwarzreiter. Do I already have? No, that's new. 1 and 1 doesn't matter. I'll take the morale. And a couple ideas. Stability costs for tolerance of heretics. I think tolerance of heretics is going to be helpful. I don't spend a lot of time increasing my stability, so I think that's negligible. Missionary strength, and then lose that tolerance of heretics. We're going to hold that in the bank because that'll always be there until. So if the Protestant Reformation starts to fire in our area, any place that gets it is going to have that religious seal for something like 20 years where missionary strength isn't going to do us anything. And now, so pretty good. We're doing all right. We made a lot of progress. Austria's attacking Laurent. Who else? Just Laurent. So we're going to have a border with them soon. Here, my guess is they'll flat out annex them 100%. No reason not to. What's their coalition factor? Yeah. Of course they have no aggressive expansion to speak of. They haven't made a lot of moves lately. We, on the other hand, we're making waves. We'll just call it proving to be a minor annoyance. So it stretches as far as Cologne has 18, Saxony has 7, Bohemia, Silesia, Poland, Lithuania, Muscovy, Novgorod? No, wait, didn't mean to click him. Does Novgorod, yep. Our acts are reverberating. Hejaz! Hejaz is fine. Hejaz has no problems with our actions. Tabaristan? No, Tabaristan's super cool. Georgia's a little miffed. Circassia. Mali? Doesn't care. Fulo doesn't care. Morocco doesn't care. All right. The African nations do not care that we have invaded and taken land from France in the manner we do. Virtually everybody else does. Pskov's fine. Novgorod's fine. Livonian Order, Riga, Lithuania, Poland. All wish we would straighten up and fly right to differing degrees. That will bleed off, so we'll need another little stretch where we bleed that off. We'll need to reactivate our diplomatic ideas. How old is our heir is 38? Oh, yeah, our king. No, that's France. I'm like, that doesn't seem right. Our heir is 11. So we're close to having Keith be able to take the throne should need arise. All right, well, that's where we're going to stop for now. My name is Sean Sands from GamersWithJobs.com and the Gamers with Jobs conference call. Thank you for joining me for another bout of EU4, the Burgundarian Conquest, and I will see you next time.